Hi everyone, my name's Tim. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you, yes you, about what I'm planning to read in February of 2024. So I've got a few kind of reading challenges that I'm up for, and we'll also find out what my mystery book will be. We'll do that at the end. So first thing is a book that I'm going to start reading in February, and I'm not going to finish it. I'm going to read this gradually throughout the year, because that is The Fairy Tales of Hans Christian Andersen. So this is I think this is probably the last one I haven't read actually of these beautiful Canterbury classics. They're like rubbery leather etched, lovely end papers. Look at that, beautiful. So there are 64 fairy tales in here. Such things as The Princess and the Pea, The Little Mermaid, The Emperor's New Clothes, The Steadfast Twin Soldier, plus some stuff that I've never heard of before, like The Storm Shifts the Signboards, and The Teapot. Things like that. The Red Shoes, I've heard of that. But anyway, there's 64 of these. And last year I read the Grimm's fairy tales. It had 101 Grimm's fairy tales, and I read them all back to back. That was not the way to do it. It hindered my enjoyment of the story, because I could realise that they're all very similar, and I was getting tired of seeing the same things over and over and over again. So what I'm going to do is there's 64 in here, so I'm going to read like 1 to 2 a week. Each they're only like 5 to 10 pages each. So yeah, I can read that and then start reading what else I'm reading, but kind of read them gradually throughout the year. That's the plan. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Next is a big classic fantasy book that I want to read. I'm not sure if this technically counts as fantasy, but it is The Chronicles of Amber by Roger Zelazny. So I've got this on my phone on the online archive, the Internet Archive. I can also read it on any other screen. But this is actually 5 books. The first 5 books in the Chronicles of Amber series by Roger Zelazny. I think it was written in the 70s. I've only just started it. I'm 20 pages in, and it is weird. And I know very little about it, but I know it was kind of a really big thing in the genre, and it just sounds interesting. And it's another big chunky book, but one that I don't have to carry around and potentially kill myself by dropping it on my face at night when I'm trying to read. The next thing is Jack London. So I'm reading a Jack London book every month. And the next one is A Daughter of the Snows. That's all I know about it. I know nothing about this story. I'm guessing it's set in the outdoors, in the snow, something like that. We'll see what happens. I enjoyed The Cruise of the Dazzler. It was very quick and pacey and fun. It did have some interesting French stereotypes. We'll see what interesting dated stereotypes are in this one. The next I'm going to read is a book that my wife got me quite a long time ago, and I haven't got round to it. It is this little red, old, battered book. It is Robin Hood and His Merry Men. This is from Regent's Classics. Oh, it smells fantastic. The book itself is very old. I think it's from the 1950s, but it has no author. It's just part of the Regent's Classics, and it doesn't say who the author is. It was published by the Thames Publishing Company. There's no, doesn't even say when it was printed. I think I remember looking this up and it said it was printed in the 1950s or something. This is a genuine edition. Robin Hood is one of my favourite. It's one of my favourite Disney movies. It's one of my favourite characters. Yeah, so I'm really excited about reading that. Next is a book, a Twisted Tale book, Almost There, by Farah Roshon. Don't know if that's how you say the name. But what if Tiana made a deal that changed everything? So I've really enjoyed the Twisted Tale novels. I like the fact that they're completely separate and you can read them kind of in any order. This is the next one I've got. This was a gift. This is one of the new covers. You see Facilier there. It's a pretty chunky book. It's like 450 pages, which is quite surprising. But Tiana is one of my favourite characters. because she isn't born a princess. She has to work really hard. Naveen is hilarious, and Facilier is one of my favourite villains. Princess and the Frog is one of my favourite films, so I'm looking forward to reading that, seeing what kind of spin Farrah Rochon has put on this. Next is a book that I bought myself for my birthday last year, and looking at the Kensington Bookshop, just by the Natural History Museum and the Science Museum. That is The Day of the Triffids by John Wyndham. When a freak cosmic event renders most of the Earth's population blind, Bill Mason is one of the lucky few to retain his sight. I know it's about plants, and I know it's kind of an alien invasion story or something like that, but I know very little about it. But I know it's famous, and I'm interested in reading it. So, yeah, Day of the Triffids. And then the sixth book I want to read. Here it is. February's mystery book. It's quite a small one. So let's see what it is. This is the ASMR bit of the video, if you guys like that kind of thing. Da 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 da. Ah, The Queen's Nose by Dick Kingston. Oh god, the bunny looks a bit demented. I've never read this book. It says Uncle Ginger leaves Harmony clues for a treasure hunt, but the prize is just an old 50p piece. It looks like an ordinary coin, but is it? Sometimes magic can happen. You just have to believe in it. British people of a certain age, around my own, know The Queen's Nose very well from a TV show that was on BBC. And I think my mum actually liked the TV show more than me. Oh, that's good. That's good fun. I'm interested to see what happens, because I remember there was a magic coin and her sister wasn't very nice. That's all I remember from the TV show. And yeah, I'm super interested to see what happens. Oh yeah, has my wife left a little post-it note? Some 90s nostalgia. Make a wish. Yeah, some 90s nostalgia here. Right. Yeah, so those are my books. So I've got that. I've got that. I've got that. I've got this to start, not finish. I've got this, Robin Hood, and then I've got the Chronicles of Amber and A Daughter of the Snows by Jack London. So, there we go. Anyway, those are the books I'd like to read. If you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought, spoiler-free, in the comments below. And I'll see you guys soon. Anyway, get out of my house!